So I'm joined here now by Slava Slotky from Life Shredder, based in Singapore, and Nico Brand, who's with Lakestar Partners in Germany. And I have to give some full disclosure up front, which is I work with this guy, in that we created a blockchain investment fund a year ago, which has proven to be quite interesting in how it's developed. So Slava, why don't you introduce yourself properly first, and Life Shredder?
Hi everyone, thank you so much for your attention. I launched this fund, Life3, 4 years ago. We are focusing on fintech. Right now we are managing 3 funds. Life3, the one mostly invested in US, UK and Germany. We invested in such iconic fintech brands like Simple Bank, Moving Bank, Feeder, SumUp, Rocket Bank. We already made 7 exits between these first 13 investments. It's quite great traction between VC funds. 1.5 years ago, we relocated from Moscow to Singapore. Right now, me and my team, we are running the show from Singapore. We are focusing on Asia or US European companies which want to go to Asia. We already invested in 8 companies in Singapore, India, Philippines, Vietnam, and very hungry about other companies. And last April, with Chris and other guys, we launched 3rd fund focusing on blockchain. Seems like it's enough to introduce.
Bonjour, messieurs, dames. Je suis le petit Nicolas. And we at Lakestar, we invest in outstanding entrepreneurs globally. We've done that with Daniel Ek at Spotify, Mario Schlosser, who's building Oscar Insurance in New York, and Mike Cagney, who's building SoFi in San Francisco. And as a partner, I have 2 roles, really. So one, I need to find these entrepreneurs. So if you're in the audience, put your hand up, please. And then second, once we've invested in these companies, I help them, my partnership helps them build a business. And at Lakestar, we like fintech. About 1/3 of what we've done is in fintech so far. And I am in charge of leading our partnership into the blockchain world. And guess what? It's very, very hard. Because for one, we don't have an expert like Chris Skinner internally that I can talk to and get advice. But also, it's a very nascent product. And we're 2 weeks away from signing our first blockchain deal, so I can talk about it then. But I thought I'd share with you my most interesting blockchain meeting of last year. So I had a couple of guys over at my office, and they talked for an hour about digital identities and what they were trying to do. And my partner and I, we just could not understand it. So we thankfully declined. And there was something very odd about this meeting. And it was not the fact that the guys had hair everywhere and they didn't shower. It was not the fact that they had Hawaiian shirts on. It was the fact that one of the guys had these big fat hiking boots. And the meeting was in July. It was 30 degrees outside. And a couple of weeks later, we learned that they had actually found funding in the tune of 300,000 euros from an angel investor, but the guy with the hiking boots actually ran away with the money. Okay? So that is also the blockchain world as it is today.
So someone told him to take a hike. I think from just touching on that you know, there's claims of billions of dollars being invested in blockchain startups. I don't think it is billions. You know, so far, my figure would be around 1.5 billion up to the end of 2016 in blockchain startups, not fintech overall. And of that, I think the challenge is working out the wheat from the chaff, because as I've said already, this is a proof of concept experimental area. There's an awful lot happening. So how can you identify some companies in this space that have the right attributes for a long-term play where you think you might have the unicorn of the blockchain world? I mean, take your investment you're just making now, Nico. What's spurred that investment? What are the attributes?